Welcome to Bolus Field for our annual Senior Parents Appreciation Night. We have quite a gathering here tonight of seniors, band members, cheerleaders, and athletes from the various fall sports. We want to extend our appreciation to the families of these athletes, band members, and cheerleaders for all the support, all the time, and all the effort that they have put into our programs. Tonight is just a small way to show them our appreciation. First, we want to introduce the members of the band. First is Robin Brown, daughter of Bill and Sue Brown. John Davis, son of Marilyn Davis. Greg Dunham, son of Mark and Janet Dunham. Kristen and Stephanie Fairbanks, daughters of Raymond and Diana Fairbanks. Chris Gossard, son of Paul and Gay Gossard. Robert Lloyd, son of Karen and Jesse Lloyd. Valerie Olang, daughter of Richard and Sue Olang. Paige Pancake, daughter of Deanna and Ron Pancake. Kelly Scott, daughter of Bert and Norma Scott. Adam Topper, son of Jeff and Dana Topper. And Danielle Walker, daughter of Carlotta Walker. And now, introducing the members of our football team and their parents. First, Kevin Batros, son of Mark and Mark Crosby. Justin Castle, son of Rex and Brenda Castle. Zach Daubenmeyer, son of Dave and Michelle Daubenmeyer. Jake Emmons, son of Norm and Barb Emmons. David Gibson, son of Dana and Dave Gibson. Kevin Gibson, son of Ron and Joellen Gibson. Brian Johnson, son of Robin Johnson and Bob and Terry Johnson. Kevin Landis, son of Ronnie and Donna Landis. Jaron McNeil, son of Regina McNeil, with grandfather Gary McNeil. Patrick Meade, son of Tom and Debbie Meade. Jesse Mullins, son of Kathy and Ron Mullins. Kevin Shipley, son of Robert and Annette Shipley. Mark Thompson, son of Barb and Keith Howard. James Young, son of Pastor and Mrs. Joseph F. Young. And now the senior members and their parents of our cheerleading squad. Brayton Colley, daughter of Michael and Marcy Colley. Stephanie Crabb, daughter of Lisa and Scott Crabb, with brother Chris. Mandy Jones, daughter of Karen and Roger Spears, and Denise and Jerry Jones. Melissa Junk, daughter of Terry Junk. Kelly Pierpont, daughter of Herb and Maureen Pierpont. And now the senior member of the cross-country team and his parents. Jeremy Brady, son of Joe and Cheryl Brady, and Amy and Jeff Kuhnheim. Next, the members of our volleyball team and their parents. Jackie Bogenreich, daughter of Tim and Regina Bogenreich. Cindy Long, daughter of Ray and Donna Long. Antonia Wayers, a German foreign exchange student, and her American parents, Buck and Judy Winters. Kelly Hawkins, daughter of Don and Terry Hawkins. And now the members of our soccer team and their parents. Nathan Bennett, son of Murphy Morris and the late Bruce Morris, and Randy Bennett. Chuck Dillard, son of Russ Ann and Charles Dillard Sr. Kenny Johns, son of Debbie Johns and Kenny Johns Sr. Landon McKenzie, son of Rick and Melinda McKenzie. Jared Ryan, son of Mark Ryan and Colleen Ryan. Jessica Shellhouse, daughter of Al and Becky Shellhouse. Michael Stamball, son of James and Brenda Stamball. And now members of our golf team and their parents. Zane Beather, son of Bill and John DeBeather. Jason Ferguson, son of Terry and Dave Griffin. Brian Howard, son of Brian Howard. Luke Winters, son of Buck and Judy Winters. And our girls tennis team members and their parents. Shannon Drummond, daughter of Richard and Terry Drummond. Also a member of our girls tennis team is Kristen Fairbanks, who came across the field earlier with the band, and her parents, Raymond and Diana Fairbanks. Kara Freed, daughter of Marcus and Brenda Freed. And Brandis Rice, daughter of Doug and Tracy Rice. Once again, a great deal of satisfaction by having the parents here tonight. Please give them a round of applause for everything they have done for the London band and athletic program. Thank you, parents. In about 2 minutes, we have a special presentation we want to make at the 50-yard line in front of the London bench. Adopted resolutions to honor Charlie and Earl as volunteers with our athletic program down at Montcalm Field and this year here at Bolus Field. They are retiring from volunteer effort, and we want to read the resolutions that they are being given tonight by our superintendent, Mr. Tom Coyne. First resolution, whereas the London City Schools Board of Education does encourage and welcome volunteers to serve the London City Schools, and whereas Earl Ballinger has donated extraordinary time and expertise to the schools for over 33 years at Montcalm Field and at Bolus Field, whereas Mr. Ballinger is now stepping down to retire from active service as a volunteer, and now be it resolved that this Board of Education does hereby congratulate and commend Earl Ballinger for his dedication to the London City Schools for over 33 years, and be it further resolved that this board show its appreciation by awarding Earl Ballinger with a lifetime pass to all London City Schools athletic contests. Be it still further resolved that this resolution be spread across the official minutes of this meeting of October 18, 1999, signed Marvin Peterson, Board President, and Judith E. Gears, Board Treasurer. Congratulations, Earl. The same resolution is presented to his father, Charlie, with one notable exception. His service has been for over 50 years. Thank you, Charlie, for those over 50 years. Both these gentlemen in my 10 years as athletic director have been dependable and reliable, and it will be tough to fill their spots next year.
Gary McNeil. Once again, this is Gary McNeil and Doug Green coming to you from live from the London Hartley Athletic Complex. Doug, I can't talk already.
That's all right.
We're here in the Stars and Stripes right now, so we'll give them a few seconds. Carl, if you want to just go ahead and pick that up, and then we'll take it up from there. All right, very well played. And back to Doug. As the guns go off, I'm about to dive off this thing, Carl. But Doug, we're coming out for a win off of Bexley. We're 9-0 now, going up against Greenfield McClain. You want to give me a little insight on what we might be up against?
Well, anytime you're an undefeated team going into the last game of the season, everybody is shooting for you. You're the team to beat. You look across there, Greenfield is only 5-4, yet what would make their season is a knockoff an undefeated team like London. And just a couple things, remember 2 years ago, London was one of the worst teams in the league. Last year, London was one of the worst teams in the league. This year, they're undefeated, 9-0. New stadium out here, good crowd out here. Tonight, we had Parents' Night, honored a lot of people. A lot of the seniors that were out here for all the sports for London, so we had a good night. And I think London's going to come out, play tough, and keep things rolling here. They're going to have to do it by both a short passing game. They can't rely on the long ball every time, short passing game, and a good running game. We've seen that work last week. London did a couple different things with moving personnel around. We've seen Andre Tyree split out wide. He made some very good crackback blocks. He hurt some people last week. That was a good move by doing that by the coaching staff. And I'm sure they'll have some other things out here tonight to show it. Gary,
and we're also looking at stats that I believe Dobamar is leading this area in passing yards thrown. So
we've seen him mature as a quarterback. You know, earlier in the year he was throwing the ball, throwing some of those interceptions. He's matured as the season went along, and instead of throwing the interception, he'll take a sack or throw it and get rid of the ball out of bounds. So he's kind of matured as well as the other team. Some of the teammates have matured as well.
And he's also got so many weapons that, like you said, they got Wheeler, got Laney, Dickens,
and don't forget about Willard, the fullback. When he doesn't get a chance, but maybe 2 or 3 times a game, but he's definitely capable of popping off the big ones.
And also Tyree.
And also,
so you got when you got weapons like that, it's kind of hard. So I don't want to jinx him. Let's get you ready and get ready for this big ball game. We'll be right back.
One opponent stands in the way. The Tigers from Greenfield McClain High School. A big hello across the field to the fans from Greenfield, and welcome everyone to Bulbous Field. And relations with member schools. The athletes in this game are friendly rivals. Despite many players all in attendance tonight are reminded that this is a game between youngsters and that sporting behavior is expected.
It's coming through now? Okay, good. Okay. No. No, it's not on. It's flashing, but it's not coming on. Okay, we're up. We just keep talking. I'll let you know when the light comes on. Doug, just like you said just a few minutes ago, we're coming in here with the unblemished record so far. And let's look at some of the stats here. We got Wheeler with a total of 92 points. And he's one of the leading scorers. He's like the second leading scorer in the conference.
Yeah, and he's done an outstanding job. Anytime you throw the ball around him, he usually comes down with it. A lot of those were big, long pass plays, and I'm sure as far as total yardage, he has to be up there with some of the other ones in the leagues too.
And then you come back with Laney. He's the third leading scorer in the league. So London's been putting up a lot of points this year.
Yeah, he's only trailing Wheeler by 1 touchdown. So B.J. Laney's done a great job running the ball, and he has that big breakaway speed anytime he touches the ball.
And I think you touched on it a while ago. McClain's coming off of a loss, I believe, if I'm not wrong here, of 35-7 last week from Licking Valley. So these scores have been very misleading, because you look at the scores, the following week somebody gets knocked off that you think shouldn't even be a chance at playing.
That's right. Greenfield, you know, they started out the year with 3 wins. They were 3-0 at one time, and they played Point Valley and Hillsborough. Grant you, not the toughest teams around. But from there, they lost a couple of tight ones to Washington Courthouse and West Jefferson. They lost to West Jefferson by 1 point, 27-26. Then they won 2. They beat Grandview. They beat Bexley, who we seen was a real good team last week. And then they lost 2 again. So they're kind of a streaky team. It seems when they can get things rolling, they're in pretty good shape. We see that 2 times this year they haven't scored at all. They were shut with a goose egg, and one time they only had a touchdown. I'm sure London's thinking goose egg right here. Come out. London likes to jump on top early. We seen last week the first play of the game. We've seen it, of course, a couple times this year. First play of the game, they'll throw that ball deep, and either to Wheeler or Dickens.
I'm also seeing where Dobamar has thrown a total of 19 touchdown passes in the league. So, and he's leading by, next man to him is Washington Courthouse with 14.
He's done an exceptional job, but he has some great receivers out there to throw to with Andre, Tyree, Wheeler, and Dickens. That's the 3 amigos, and they do a good job bringing in the ball, and they definitely know where the goal line is, and that helps Zach out. Now, give Zach credit. Zach Dobmeyer did a real good job, like we talked about earlier. He's matured as the year went along, and he's not taking the costly sacks as much this year, and he's not throwing the interceptions the last couple games either. He's matured as we went along. I know tonight with his last game out here, they want to put up some big numbers tonight.
Well, we're getting ready for the kickoff. Evidently, London's going to be kicking off. I don't know how the toss went, but from the looks of things, London's going to be kicking off and defending the south goal.
Big Andre Tyree's out there, 21.
Yeah, Myers kicked that last week, and he just lost the ball. Carl, I don't have a light, so we'll just have to keep contact.
London's got a pretty decent crowd out here as we get ready. I mean, this is probably one of the most, the points have been scored in this stadium have just been phenomenal over the last 3 or 4 games that they played here at home. They definitely don't have a hard time putting it in the end zone. This field's been good to them, and we're ready to roll here as Andre takes only his 3 steps back, which is kind of unusual, but he definitely can get a leg into it. Back deep for Greenville's number 7. That's Nick Smith.
He gets under pretty good.
Nick Smith's going to take the ball to 10. Trying to go right up the middle. London
he's got a hole right up the middle. This is the bad news.
London did a terrible job of filling the lanes right there.
And Tyree and number 61.
That's Justin
Castle made the save there. That's didn't like the looks of that at all.
Well, we talked about it all year. The important thing for the football team on a kickoff is staying in your lanes. They had a wedge right up the center, and the receiver for Greenfield just took it right up the gut, and the lanes wasn't there, or opened up, and he just did 45 yards on return. Outstanding job.
Now the defense has to dig down as London jumps offside, the left side of the line.
Just like that, they get 5 yards right there. It looked like a defensive tackle move. So 1st and 10 goes to 1st and 5. Greenfield came out, and they're just taking the easy 5 yards. That's a good way to move the football.
These kids are real puffed up, Doug, and it might take a little time here for them to get settled down and get into the game plan like they want to.
They have some beef on the side for Greenfield too. I see number 70. He looks like a big boy. We don't have the actual pounds up here, but I'm guessing he's up there pretty good. Quarterback, center, receiver split to both sides. He's throwing it right there. That's picked off
by Wheeler.
He's got room on the near side.
He will be sandwiched at the 38-yard line. So London comes out of that situation in pretty good shape.
Absolutely. Number 18, Wheeler, he just kind of played safety on that. Quarterback drop back. He had 2 receivers out there, and it looked like he threw the ball behind one. Wheeler was there and picked it off. So London's going to have good field position. That series was 2 plays. Actually, only 1 play. The first one was a illegal procedure on the defense, and the second was an interception. So let's see, London's coming out with twins split to the far side. Receiver here on the near side. Lane is your deep back. There's a throwback to Josh Dick, and we've seen that a couple times. Trying to find some room. He's going to be
fooled no one.
Going to be held up for no gain.
Right at the line of scrimmage there. I thought it might have been a situation where he threw the ball, but a double pass situation. But if it was, they were ready for that one all the way.
Well, they have Andre Tyree, 268 pounds out there, and they use him as a blocking back for him. It's like a long sweep out there to Josh. Unfortunately, Greenfield's seen the tape or 2, and they know what's coming when that happens. Twins back to the far side. Wheeler, number 18, to the near side.
Greenfield's not showing much respect for our wideouts.
Absolutely not. London didn't recognize that. There you go.
The deep back, the safety back, come across, and he should have been able to make the play on that, but he just didn't quite get there in time.
He was trying, though. He tried to get over there. Wheeler did an outstanding job of holding on to the ball because he was hit right when the ball came into it. London recognized how close the defenders were up on Wheeler and just threw it deep.
Pass was right on the money.
30-yard completion for Zach Dobmeyer.
Showing a little more respect this time, Doug.
There you go, Wheeler up the middle. That's good for about 5 yards. So he doesn't get the ball live, but when he gets it, he's always productive.
He makes things happen. Keeps the defense honest, keeps them in tight. Makes the whole game come into perspective.
London comes lined up with twins coming to the near side, Tyree and Dickin. To the far side's Wheeler, and Laney remains your tailback.
Quick handoff to
the fullback again.
Wheeler again. He's got some room, and he just, a good leg tackle there by number 11, John Burgess.
He picks up 9 yards on that carry. We've seen that Wheeler, a fullback, usually you think of power, but it looked like he had a little move there.
He did make a good quick move to the outside.
Sidestep someone there, and 9 yards what he picked up on that. So he's carried the ball 2 times already tonight, 14 yards.
And I'm sure that Burgess's arm is probably hurting.
London keeps the same formation with twins to the near side. They're going to hand it to B.J. Laney this time. He shows little power for about 2 yards right there.
B.J. Laney usually starts off a little slow, and then all of a sudden he finds them holes, and it's good night, Irene.
They're going to give him 4 yards on that play. So the thing about a passing team, anytime you get down to red zone like this, you take away a lot of your weapons.
Right.
Pretty much London right now, it takes away your receivers as far as Wheeler, Dickin, and Andre Tyree. So you have to go to a running game. London comes back with twins split to the near side. They're looking to pass here. Ball's flipped out to the fullback.
And he falls down on the about 4 yard line. They're going to give a spot at about the 4.
They're going to call it at the 4.
4.5, somewhere around there.
Well, that's one of the things you can do. Like I said, the receivers are pretty much out of it. That time they used their fullback in there. And if he could have kept his feet, he'd have been gone.
This could be a pretty crucial down. We're looking at 4th and 3. Inside the, with a lot of yards to get that 3. And he's going to get in. Oh.
No, he stopped right at the goal line.
The ball looked like it's laying right on the goal line. They're
That's
not
going to be
give
a
it
first down, I believe, because they have about a half a yard there. But they can get a first yard.
They got first down. That turned out to be pretty good that they was able to get a first down inside the 5 yard line. So they got 4 plays here to score. I looked for a quarterback sneak when he got about a yard.
They're going to give it to Wheeler. He tries to dive over the pile and does. There's 6
points. And they give him a touchdown.
8 minutes, 10 seconds here in the first quarter. London goes on top, 6-0.
6-0 London.
That scoring drive took 3 minutes, 50 seconds.
And it was a drive, too. It wasn't, one good long pass, and then after that it was all the workhorses. So we're getting everybody coming into play here.
Well, that drive consisted of 4 running plays, 3 passing plays, all of them completed. One of them for no gain, but one for 30, and the other one for 3 to the fullback. Topped off by a 1 yard dive by Wheeler.
We got the freshman out there. No, it ain't. Who's that? That's
Meade, number 43
Meade.
for the.
What happened to the freshman, Carl? Meade, the left footer, puts that one through. And Meade doesn't get a whole lot of lift on it, but as long as it goes through the uprights, I guess that's all that matters. Hold on. Okay, we're live once again. Got a little malfunction in little something here that we're not able to see whether it's recording or not, so I think everything's going to work all right. Got pretty good communication. Like you saw the scoreboard, it's 7-0 London, and we still got 8:10 to go in the first quarter.
Andre Tyree comes back out for his second kick within 4 minutes. And London needed to get off to a good start, and they have done it again, which is what they've done the last 2 or 3 games. Last week they had 28 points. That ball's going to be taken about the 6 yard line. He's running right up the middle.
And another shot right up the middle. Can you believe
Andre
this?
Tyree's there
and he was dumped hard. I don't think he saw him sitting there waiting. What a beautiful tackle by Tyree.
Taken down at the 45 yard line. Nick Smith for Greenfield did a nice job just running right up the gut. Andre stayed in the position where the kicker's supposed to.
We've got to know that they're coming there. I don't understand. Something baffles me how they can get that far on that play. I guess we're so been taken to the sidelines so many times for long gainers that I don't know. I just have to watch the next formation, see what happens.
Greenfield's going to take over at the 44 there. They call a timeout. Obviously, their offense is having some trouble. They ran one play last time, and it was an interception. So they're going to talk about it, try to get things going.
They didn't have enough people on the field. He only had 10 men on the field.
Looked like one guy came in. He's listed as a guard, so they did. At least they went up to the line of scrimmage and thought, I think there's supposed to be someone here, you know?
And while I got a chance, I want to take a shout out to Red Rutherford. I run into him down at the Dixie the other day, and as we know, Red knows nothing about football. He did have a New York Yankees hat on, so he did pick a winner in that respect, but I don't think he knows anything about that game either. But Red, yeah, it was on sale. He tried to tell me they cost him $50, Red. We know better than that. But anyway, Red, have a good day and enjoy this game. We love you, buddy.
Greenfield come back up to the line of scrimmage. Receivers split to both sides. One man in the backfield. They run a kind of different offense. They run with two tight ends. He's going to pass it to Nick Smith, the intended receiver.
Looked like it might have been deflected there, and it was incomplete.
Ball was short. Actually, what they do is they bring in a tackle. They have a guard and two tackles on each side. We used to call that an imbalance if they'd have it on one side. But there they have it on both sides. They split the receivers out.
They're running people in now. They're like water, man. They had two changes that time.
So they have a center, a guard, and two tackles on each end. As the receiver split to the near side, a fullback's in there this time. They hand the ball to the scat back.
He had a hole in the middle.
Looked like number 2, Zane Daniels, I believe, was the ball carrier. Actually, number 3, Derek Eubanks was the ball carrier. He picks up about 5 yards on that. So bring up 3rd down and 5.
Laney and Young was in on that tackle. I see Young is picking up where he left off last week. Laney, we know he's going to do the job.
Well, London's defense couldn't be happy with their performance last week. 42 points is a lot of points to be scored on you. And the little guy from Bexley made him look slow at times. There's a ball thrown out here to the near side. That's a first down right there. Picks up about 6 yards on that play. Nick Smith's the guy that came down with the ball. 18 Wheeler was on the defense.
On the defensive end was Wheeler, like you said. But not before he knew exactly where he had to go to make the first down, because he was only about an inch or foot to a foot past the first down marker. And they moved the chains. And that's what it's all about, it's moving the chains.
It's the first time that they've been successful. Greenfield's been successful moving the chains. So they're back up, first down and 10 from the 45. Receiver split to the far side. Got a fullback in the backfield this time. They hand it to the tailback, number 3.
And he's tripped up by number 6. That'd be Mark Thompson.
Thompson and Gibson, number 54, came through, tripped him up, but not before he dove forward for about 2 yards on that.
That's 2 of the PUDs. I want to do a special with the PUDs here next week. They're having a senior kick, I think, Thursday, or senior tackle Thursday. So anybody wants to come out and see that, it'd be something to remember. Senior tackle, right after practice Thursday night.
So they spot the ball, giving him only 1 yard on that play. Greenfield comes back up. The receiver split to both sides. One man in the backfield, and he's in motion. Coming out to the near side. Whoa.
And we got a whistle.
Tried to run a quick slant there. They'll probably go back to that. It was open.
I noticed that quarterback got out of there real quick when the whistle blew. He wasn't taking that hit. Because London was coming hard. Evidently it must be against them. We're getting some cheers from the London side.
Offsides on Greenfield, legal motion. So when they have something going, right there's 5 yards that they got to take away. So 2nd down and 9, now goes to 2nd down and 14. Puts them back to about the 48-yard line.
And the Indians are on a warpath down there.
Kind of surprised we haven't seen any TV stations from Columbus coming in today yet.
Yeah, looking at this undefeated situation. We're one of the few teams around that is still undefeated.
Greenfield back up to the line of scrimmage. He's looking to pass again. They're going to run a quick out over on this side. He breaks the first tackle going up the sideline. He dives his way for first down right at the 32.
Tackle. I tell you what, they're very conservative with their tackles and with their passing game. They're not going for the bomb. They may set it up a little later, but they're getting these little short outs and going up against somebody's one-on-one situation.
And he's a big boy. We don't have the size of him right now, but he's pretty good size. He got out there and lowered his head down when Josh Dickon came up and tried to tackle him. Nevertheless, he got 14 yards on that play.
And a 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. 5:16 to go.
3 receivers split to the near side here, 1 to the far side, man in the backfield. They're going to be pass. Here's a blitz.
And he's going to be swamped.
Mark Thompson, number 6, was the first man to break that up. James Young, 79 Johnson, and 54 Gibson in on that play. So after a 14-yard positive for Greenfield, they go 4 yards backwards on that.
And this seems to be their game. What is so far? The last time they did the same thing, they didn't come up with the first down. We was repeating the same thing at the Bexley game, where Bexley would end up getting the penalty, and then 3rd down they pull it out. So I'm not counting any of these people out yet.
3 receivers to the near side. There's a quarterback sneak right up the middle. He's good for about 4 yards on that play.
Takes it back up to about the initial line of scrimmage.
The theory on that particular play is that 3 receivers split to the near side, 1 split to the far side, and then they take their tail back and run him in motion. Well, what that does, Gary, that takes all your defensive backs away from the middle. So when your quarterback sneaks through there, if he can get through the initial line of scrimmage, he has a lot of room in front of him.
He's got some room.
He was good for about 4. We'll give him 4 yards on that play. Brings up 3rd down and 9. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Passing situation. There's pressure by Jones in on that. Wheeler tries to get a tackle.
It should be an interception here.
But it's complete to Nick Smith.
And he's
right
still
in
on
front
his
of
feet.
Wheeler. He's down at about the 10-yard line. Unbelievable.
A heck of a job by that quarterback to scramble and get out of there and get the pass off. And then it also was a dynamic catch by the receiver.
And a personal foul against London. Number 36, Dusty Jones, was in to try to get in, had the initial pursuit in on the quarterback, couldn't wrap him up at that time, and then Willard, number 45, had an arm on him. Quarterback maintained his composure, threw it downfield, 20 yards downfield, and we've seen this receiver a couple times already today. Number 7, Nick Smith, made the reception right in front of Wheeler. It was good for a 1st down.
And that
so
was
now
one
they're
of
in the
our
red
big
zone.
problems last week was not wrapping people up. And it almost cost us the game. So
Greenfield's looking at the 6-yard line, trying to punch it in. 3 minutes, 35 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter. London still on top, 7-0. Defense trying to build on what was kind of a disappointing week last week at Bexley.
You know what? I think they're down.
Well, we're seeing all kinds of formations from Greenfield.
we sure have, haven't we?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
They come with 2 receivers to the near side, 1 man in the backfield, and he's leaving right now. 3 receivers on the near side. There's a passing situation. Tied in, that's pass interference, and that's going to be decline. It's going to be 6 points for Greenfield. Number 95 was the one that got that. I believe that's Dane Ford.
Dane Ford.
Pass interference was on the slot out here. He was trying to do a drag right across the middle and looked like a linebacker just nailed him. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but we will see.
Here comes the call.
2 fouls. Ineligible downfield. We like to hear that because they're going to replay the original down, so we're not going to have that 6 points on the board.
We got a break on that, didn't we?
So it's just like that play never happened.
I'm going to have to check on this Ford. I know it. It never happened. Or you say they never got it, Carl. Oh, Carl said he missed it anyway. So it's good he didn't score. What are you doing up right? You didn't get that. Didn't you get it? You got it. You had it.
He's probably lacing up that steel-toed shoe that he carries around with him is what he's doing.
He was the first one to put his name on the ticket. As we got to get a timeout here from Greenfield McClain, I might do some checking on this Ford because my brother has a daughter in Greenfield, and her name was Ford. And it's very possible it could be her son. He's a big boy.
That's an important series for Greenfield. They know that if they get down to London early, it's awful tough to come back. Here, 7-0. They have a great situation down at the 5-yard line to try to punch it in to even it up. So this could do a lot for that team as far as emotions and the overall just the attitude of the players for Greenfield. It's their last game of the season too. They're seniors. You know, it's easy in this situation if London was to jump on top by 2 or 3 touchdowns for Greenfield just to fold up and go home. But here,
if they ever punch it in, it's going to give them life and give them that extra boost it's going to take to keep the hope alive.
And I'm sure that's what Coach Dobmar just explained to his defense out there as they try to stop it. 5 yards away from 6 points, we see Greenfield coming out with 2 receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Man in motion, he's coming to the near side. There's a quarterback sneak right up the middle, and he's in for 6.
Untouched.
Well, we talked about what they do there is anytime you have your guys out like that and run your only running back out, your linebackers have to follow.
Right.
And when your linebackers go out like that, if your quarterback gets through the initial line of scrimmage, he's right in for 6 points.
For 6. And that's exactly what he did. And they're looking to tie it up here.
3 minutes, 27 seconds to go. We got a tie ball game. There's a flag in on that play. So we'll hold it right here.
Where's the flag? The flag is on right where the kicker kicked. So
looks like it's going to be against London. They'll probably decline it. Running into the kicker. They'll put that on the ensuing kickoff, I believe.
Okay, Carl, I didn't catch you. Was you able to pick up the clock?
Well, this is something we haven't been able to say the last couple of weeks, but here in the first quarter, we got a tie ball game.
Yeah, we do have a tie ball game. This is one of the few tie ball games we've had all year. Early in the contest, though. So McClain has shown that they can score.
And I grant you, they did have good field position with the kickoff return, but they also showed that they could both run the ball and pass the ball with a couple good pass completions. And they moved the ball right down the field to the 5-yard line, punched it right in. Here's a big advantage for Greenfield. With that penalty, they're going to be kicking the ball off at the 45-yard line.
This would be a good spot, like Carl just reminded me, it'd be a good spot for an onside kick, too.
Well, it's definitely a good spot for that because you have absolutely nothing to lose by doing it. London recognized that. They have their hands team in with Willard, Dobmeyer, Wasmith, and Andre Tyree, along with Willard right up the middle. But that ball's going to be kicked to McNeil, taking at the 5-yard line, trying to find some room. He takes about to the 18-yard line. 13 yards on the return.
And London will take over 1st and 10 on the 18-yard line. 18 and a half, we'll call it. Field looks good tonight. Looks kind of dry, but
they'll definitely have it ready for next week for the first playoff game here. London comes out with just 1 receiver split out. That's Wheeler, 18 on the far side. It looks like Dobmeyer's looking for him. Josh Dickon is wide open. The ball's thrown to him, and it's caught. Taken down at the 49-yard line.
Good show. Good concentration by Josh to be able to turn the right way and come back and make the catch.
And just like that, the yardage starts adding up. That's 30 yards on that completion from Zach Dobmeyer to Josh Dickon. So Dobmeyer's come out and he's been solid. First 4 passes have been complete, and he's at 63 yards already.
I was watching the pass protection. I tell you what, he had all day to throw that ball, and that makes it a whole lot easier to do that.
This time we come back out to the normal formation. They run Andre Tyree in motion. There's a sweep right there. He seals the corner. Laney just looked like he lost his footing. And
slipped and went down.
1 yard on that.
That's that play you were talking about where Tyree comes back and
they put him in motion. He comes back and seals it off with what I used to call crackback.
Crackback against that tight end.
And you could tell that tight end has seen that in films too because he was looking for it. Well, they put Tyree back to tie it in. Dickens here to the near side, Wheeler to the far side. Dobmeyer's looking to pass. He fakes to Laney. Looking deep. He has no one down there. He has to run.
And he's out of bounds. And from here it looked like a late hit, but probably wasn't. Running right into the crowd of the
there's no gain on
McClain
that
players.
That's where we talked about the maturity of him as he's grown throughout the season. Earlier this year, he would have probably thrown it anyhow,
right,
and gotten it picked off. But he's gotten much better and a little bit smarter as we go along here. He knew to tuck the ball and just try to get what you could get. Fortunately, he didn't lose yardage, but unfortunately didn't pick up any either. 3rd down and 9. Carl, give me a hard time here.
Yeah, we're going back in the shotgun formation this time. Gives him more time. As long as he gets the blockers, he moves up in the pocket, and he's picked off. It's a loss of about 2-3 yards.
Well, London has a punt situation. Definitely emotions are running high over there for Greenfield. They feel they can play with these guys.
And one main thing we don't want to do is lose our composure and get all upset because things aren't going our way right off the bat. Because that, when you lose that, you end up losing the game.
Josh Enloe's going to be punting from about the 31-yard line. It's something that he hasn't done a whole lot this year. Only punted probably a handful of times, but he gets a good one off. That's a nice
good spiral.
Drifts
takes
all
him
the way
back
to the 8-yard line. The
picked
guy
up
picks
at
it
the 5. He's got some wheels. Oh, we got a peel back block on McNeil. It looked like it could have been a clip there, but an illegal block, but they didn't call it that.
Travis Howland was the guy that came down and got him.
He took a hit that time.
Well, that's what those people in that kickoff team do. Is they are a punt team. They look for those kind of shots. It presented himself, and he took advantage of it. Good thing is that was a great punt by Enloe. The ball taken clear down to about the, well, they got it marked at the 11-yard line.
So it's about a 5-6 yard return there.
London's defense trying to improve on what they did last series out here. Struggled a little bit, letting Greenfield move the ball. Greenfield's going to try to run the ball right up the middle. Pick up about 2, maybe 3.
He calls for maybe about 3 yards. Derek Eubank, he's the ball carrier that time. And Willard was in on that tackle.
Willard did a nice job coming up, filling the hole that presented right in front of him. We're down under a minute here. Greenfield trying to get one more play off before the quarter ends.
We have a score of 7-7.
They
a really good first quarter.
I formation, one receiver split to the near side. He's in motion. That's Smith, number 7, who's caught a couple passes here tonight. Quarterback's
and he's hammered and driven back. And I think we got a fumble. I don't know who got the ball.
That was absolutely
the ball was loose, but evidently they held on to it.
That's going to end the first quarter, I believe.
Keep that clock running.
Looked like an option play. The problem was the fullback and the tailback came to the far side or near side of the field. The quarterback went to the other side, and he didn't have any protection around him.
And it might be probably a good play because just let him run the clock out and get a little break there and talk things
wrap
over.
It up. First quarter.
First quarter ends 7-7. We have a tie ball game. Stat-wise, we're looking at Dalmar.
He's 4 for 4 for 63 yards in the first quarter, so he's had a real respectable first quarter. He's thrown a 30-yard pass to both Wheeler and Dickon, and one for 3 yards to number 45 Wheeler. So he's done a pretty good job coming out here. He didn't make any bad mistakes. He had a lot of pressure on him the last two tries, and kept his composure. Didn't throw the ball in a bad situation to get an interception. So, but it's the first time we've had a 7-7 game at the end of the first quarter. Probably since the first week when we played Kenton Ridge.
So the first and last weeks are showing up big, huh?
Absolutely. Coach Norm Emmons has his defense out there trying to get them pumped up. It's a big third down situation. We've seen London hold them 2 downs last week, and when it came to third down, they kept letting Bexley get the first down. I'm sure that's what Coach Emmons reminded them all week long, is you got to hold them the third down to make them punt.
And I'm sure we've probably seen on films how they're spreading the defense out and moving your linebackers and so forth, so on, to make that play work up the middle. And some way we got to come back and counteract and be able to defend that.
Well, we got 3 receivers split to the far side. There's a quick pass to number 99. He's been powerful, but not that time. He picks up about 2 yards on that play.
Josh Dickens in on that tackle that time. Didn't fool him.
The same pass London tries to run over and over again. I'm kind of surprised that Greenfield went with it because they've been so successful passing downfield. That time they opted to go for a pass that is not forward at all, and it really surprises me. Nevertheless, good thing for London. 4th down, 8.
He's standing in the end zone for the punt. Josh London's coming after him or not.
Also with Willard.
Got a good field position here. Catch the ball.
48 rather.
Got a return on. Up. He'll be brought down on about the 48-yard line, 47-yard line.
I believe they're going to call a penalty. Look like a clip or a legal block in the back right there. So that's going to back London up quite a bit from having good field position to just average field position.
Yeah, that's a situation where he did have some room to run, but I thought he might call a fair catch and just take that middle of the field position there and go from there. Because actually, he picked up about 4 or 5 yards.
And they did call a clip against London, so that's going to back him up.
Yeah, London got the Bluebirds tonight. Last week we had Bexley with the Bluebirds. Now London's come out. They must have took a page out of Bexley's book. That sets them back quite a ways. You sure that's 15 or is that 25?
That was a terrible play right there because he moved it from the spot of his flag. He moved it from the spot of his flag. Should have been from the spot of the foul.
Yeah.
And that cost him about 10 yards right there. Because he went over to his flag and then marked off 15 yards.
Yeah, we was at the 48, now we're on the 21.
Nevertheless, London's looking for Willard. He's got the ball. And he got through defense.
No, we don't need no block now. Don't block.
Josh Dickens is a blocker. He runs
Willard's going to go all the way.
And there you go. 79 yards.
Josh played it smart, got in front of the man where he couldn't get to him and slowed up. Fended off defender. I was looking for a clip. I was scared to death he's going to make a clip.
He's smarter than that. He showed the speed getting in front of the defender and just blocked him 79 yards. Zach Dobmeyer, and that was a quick slant where Willard showed the integrity to split the defense. He split 3 guys and showed some strength. 79 yards later, we got a 13-7 lead.
And showed his athletic ability, and the thing of it is, get it into the ball, get the hands into the ball of the people who's going to make things happen. Yeah, Dickens put some speed on there too.
No good on the extra point. 13-7.
13-7.
Well, London comes back out the second quarter and try to get things going there. Zach Dobmeyer, 79 yards to Brandon Willard. Yeah.
And like we said, London's up with 11 minutes to go in the first quarter, 13-7.
21, Andre Tyree has his crew back out, and he sets the ball up right at the 40-yard line. His third kick of the night. Nick Smith, number 7's back deep for the Greenfield. He's standing about the 5-yard line. Andre takes his
And we're kicking into the wind. I'm looking at the flag here. We do have some wind there.
That's a very short kick. It's going to be dropping about the 25. Bobbled a little bit.
Those kicks go a long ways.
He found
Number 50 made the initial hit that time.
Number 50,
and that's Jake Emmets. Somehow they're able to make something out of nothing on these plays so far on the kickoff. Every kickoff has gone for pretty good field position. That kick here looked like it come off the side of Tyree's foot.
Look like some of those kicks we've seen going for a car this year.
Car, we have the red light, don't we? Okay. And they're coming up in the same formation. Trips to the far side this time, Doug.
Trips to the far side. One man in the backfield. He's only getting on the sweep. The end was sealed beautifully. Number 25, Wasmith, come out and made that tackle. You know, when I said the end was sealed, it was because he was being held. He was being held while he was being sealed.
Okay.
That's what they're going to call.
Yeah, because Tyree was really showing some emotion there. He thought it was on him, and he was getting upset. And I don't want him to get upset because a lot of times if he gets upset, buddy, he'll do something to hurt somebody.
Well, they're going to back him up here.
He's a big man. Emmets made a good play on there, stayed at home because they basically had London pretty much faked out.
Wasmith came up, made a nice one. Number 25, Wasmith came up.
That wasn't Emmets, that was number 50, wasn't it?
Well, that was on the kickoff.
Okay.
They take the tailback in motion. 3 receivers already on that side. There's a quick pass.
And a beautiful smack by number 45.
B.J. Laney and Willard were there.
That ball shot out of their light.
He was turning around looking for it, and you could tell the headhunters from London were coming. B.J. Laney can close that gap fast, and he had his shoulder lowered.
And hits like that will make you change your mind about catching the ball the next time.
2nd down and 20 for the Greenfield.
How'd you like that rhyme, Red Rutherford? My man Red.
2 receivers to the far side. Actually, 3 receivers to the far side. 1 man in the backfield, and he's gone now. He's going out to the other side.
They're laying it up.
Back to this side. Nick Smith.
It's caught. Run out of bounds by Dickens.
He's going to be about 7 yards short of the first down, but that gets him a lot closer to what they were. About 13-yard pickup on that.
That basically was, they just threw it up for grabs. Josh just was had a little more respect and laid off of him some.
Well, we see that Nick Smith, number 7 for Greenfield, is one of their athletic players because they're just letting the ball go near him, letting him make the play to get it. Greenfield comes back out. 1 man in the backfield. 3 receivers
right up the middle.
That's a passing situation. They're looking for Smith again. Quick slant. That's good for a first down and more.
He's brought down by number 45.
He picks up about 16 yards on that play.
Scott Willer's in on that tackle. That quick slant's hard to defend, especially if you get inside that first defender.
It is when they split so many receivers out, because what that does is that takes away your safeties that are usually behind you.
Right.
So you tend to give a few more yards at the line of scrimmage, and that opens that quick slants up because you know that there's no one behind you to help you out. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 man in the backfield. Here's another quick pass. That's going to get a Smith again.
And it's up, and he's got room.
He has room. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the 16-yard line.
And it looks like to me they're going to pick on
Josh Dickens.
Josh tonight. Josh is a sophomore. He showed up big all year, but they're picking on him tonight.
Well, those plays are just hard to cover right there, those fade routes, because you're looking at the receiver. That ball was just laid out there. Smith did a good job getting underneath of it.
And his quarterback's not doing a bad job either.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 man in the backfield. Quarterback under center. He's looking to pass again, looking the other way.
Fake and kept the ball, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Dusty Jones was in there quick on him.
It was going to be blocked.
He managed to pick up about a yard on that play.
Dusty probably did what was right, and that was go for the attempt to knock the pass down. It makes me wonder what would have happened if he went for the tackle, because he was right there on the money.
Well, Greenfield definitely on a good drive down here. Quarterback back to pass. Dusty Jones in on him. He eludes him for now. There's a receiver in the back.
Coming clear across and makes the play.
Nick Smith, he's done it twice before. He does it again. There's 6 points.
And Greenfield's right back up, and they could go ahead. Top score is 13-13 with 9:16 to go in the first half.
Well, we've seen this last week. London does a good job of keeping their composure. Let's see how they do here. I don't think they've trailed in the ball game for an awful long time.
Well, I said at the beginning of the year that these kids were always been called the comeback kids. So, he missed off the bar. Can you believe that?
Number 79, Johnson, was one of the reasons he busted through the line.
And once again, we have a tie ball game at 13-13. Just work your way around to it, Carl. Good job. 13-13 with 9:16 to go in the first half. And we're in for a battle.
We sure are. And what's impressive is those weren't any big plays. Those were actually scoring.
Go ahead.
Those were actually drives down the field. Nick Smith, number 7, is obviously their big athletic person. They give him the ball, and he's been able to make something happen with it. So London, who's played some teams very well this year, as I seen you looking over the schedule there, they're giving London all they want here in the first half.
Yeah, with the exception of a couple of teams in here, McClain has been within 1 or 2 points of every game they played, win or lose. Excuse me, Carl. Well, do we look for an onside kick this time or what?
I don't believe so. They're going to go ahead and kick it away. Their defense held London in check the last series.
And they got a kicker.
B.J. Laney takes the ball at the 6-yard line. He comes right up the center of the field, looking for a block.
He's got a seam. He's got some room. Got one man to beat. He's got some room. Good peelback block.
Number 50, Jake Gibbons had a good win.
He's going to be, and forced out of bounds at about the 11-yard line. Good peelback block there that really sprung him loose.
Number 50, Jake Emmons, had a nice block there about the 40-yard line that helped propel him to clear down to the 10-yard line. So he almost broke it.
I think he ran out of gas. He definitely was running.
We seen it last week when London got down against Bexley. When they scored on him, they have the ability to strike at any time. B.J. Laney did it last week. He did it right there on the kickoff. Came close. He caught that ball at the 6-yard line.
Right.
Took it all the way down to the 10. So great job by B.J. Laney. He remains.
I think Laney might take a break and give it to the fullback. What do you think?
They give it to number 45, Willard. He dives to about the 3.
Let Laney catch his breath.
About the 8-yard line right there. So just when you think that Greenfield's quieted the crowd of London here, London comes back with a
big play.
Gets everybody pumped back up.
This has been a team of big plays. Of course, you take football is a game of big plays anyway.
Andre Tyrese, he's in as a tight end this time, number 21 on the far side. They're going to pass to the near side. That's Wheeler with the sling.
And he's in.
He falls right into the end
zone. Wheeler catches the ball on the 1-yard line and makes a little spin and pulls himself in the end zone. He's not getting up too fast.
8 yards on that play. He got hit right in the back. I'm sure he got that wind knocked out of him.
He's an athlete. He's coming trotting off the field. He's going to be okay. Makes the score 19-13. London back up again. Are we going to have another repeat of Bexley last week? This is the closest anybody's gotten to us for quite a while.
Well, you got to remember last week at Bexley, we were going from 2 touchdowns to 1 touchdown.
Right.
Here we had a tie ball game in the second quarter, and that's something we haven't seen this year.
And I noticed the paper said that Bexley couldn't get within any closer than 7, but one time they were within 6.
Mean in to kick the ever so important. They're going to go for 2. That's a quarterback pass.
McNeil. That's good. That's a patented play they run earlier in the year, and I don't think they've seen that much this year. Come up big. Makes up for that missed field goal a while ago.
Yes. Well, the kicking game is questionable without Myers in there. And Dobmeyer just took the ball and passed it to McNeil, who was wide open.
Now that's a situation where I'm wondering, how do you call that? Is Dobmeyer down on his knee when he catches that ball?
Yeah, he's starting to get up at that
time. They'd have lost it if they'd have said he was down.
Andre Tyree back out. He's trying to kick off. This is his 4th kick here in the first half. As London, the powerful offensive machine they've been. 21 points, 3 touchdowns already.
That gives London an 8-point edge there. So that looms pretty big right now. 21-13, and number 21's kicking off.
Back deep, number 7, who's been a thorn in the Raiders' side so far here in the first half. Nick Smith, he's done an outstanding job receiving the ball, and really, he's given great field position on every kickoff return.
This is going to be a good kick, because I saw Tyree look like he's doing a Macarena out there. And that's a forbidden dance, so it's all over.
Andre kicks it, and that ball's going deep. It's going to be taken about the 18-yard line. That's not Smith.
And a beautiful tackle by number 36.
Dusty Jones.
Dusty Jones.
Smacks him right at the 30.
Almost made him do a flip-flop.
34.
Do you know what I noticed? When those receivers, guys are returning the ball on the kickoff, they come up running. They're not looking for nothing. They're coming up going straight north and south.
Absolutely. I'm sure Greenfield would have much rather had Smith, number 7, get the ball. But
he's very elusive as he goes out wide to the far side.
Nevertheless, they're at the 34-yard line. Probably the worst field position they've had so far here today.
Now we shoved him back one time.
And they're bringing him in motion this time. Fullback and the tailback in the backfield. He's looking to throw. There's Mark Thompson with pressure.
And it's caught. It's complete to number 95.
I believe that's Dane
Ford.
Dane Ford on that reception.
And from what I understand, this Ford has some ties to a player on the London team. Oh, it was incomplete? Okay.
That's what we'd like to see.
That looked like it was caught. I heard Dobmeyer's name called. Was he in on the tackle that time?
He was over by there.
Yes, I heard his name called.
Number 6, Thompson, was putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and he didn't even know it. Quarterback had his back turned toward him and had no idea.
Give us a replay on that, Carl.
Here's another funky setup here by Greenfield as they try anything they can. There's a quick slant to Smith.
And Smith
he breaks the first tackle of Dickin, and he's taken out of bounds by B.J. Laney right at the 35-yard line.
This Smith is elusive at all get out. I mean, he catches the ball, and he's making moves the same time he catches the ball.
20 yards on that reception.
He's quick, too. Quick on his feet. And he got a first down out of that. And we still have a score of 21-13 with 8 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the first half. We got Wheeler out taking a little breather there. He got kind of shook up there in that touchdown play. So they're giving him a little rest there and let him regroup. I'm not sure what's wrong.
Man in motion coming to the near side. The quarterback's going to sneak it again. And if he could have kept his feet, it was wide open. We talked the reason why.
And I'm watching London's defensive backs and the linebackers. They were moving all kind of ways. They didn't have a clue where to go, I don't think.
Anytime you run that many receivers out, you got to account for them out there. So what do you do if you're London? One thing is to change the frontage up front. You know, drop a defensive end back to a linebacker.
Run a blitz.
In that formation. There they go again. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, and a man in motion coming for the 4th receiver over here. Andre Tyree stays in as the linebacker there. Pressure by Stoke, but there's a pass. That's
intercepted, and it should be London's ball.
He did. He turned just in.
And I was just about to say that the quarterback looked like he had stepped over the line of scrimmage before he threw the ball. Who made that interception?
Josh Dickens.
Josh
Came
Dickens.
through. He's been guarding Smith, got burned a time or two, but when it came
So he burned Smith that time.
he turned when the ball came and was able to bring it in before he went out of bounds.
I'll learn you, darn you. That's what Dickens was telling him. Picked on him once too often.
London starting this drive exact same spot that they started last drive. Last drive was one play, 79 yards to Wheeler. This time he's not in there. Instead, number 89, Josh Inlow's in for Wheeler. Tyree and Tim Dickens split to the far side. Laney's your tailback. He gets the ball.
Oh, we got a fumble.
And it looks like Greenfield.
And Greenfield comes up with the ball.
19-yard line. So just when the motions turn one way, they just swung back the other.
That's been a long time since PJ's fumbled the ball. Takes you back to the fumble he made when he was going for the touchdown and fumbled that right at the end zone.
Greenfield not wasting any time. They're looking for a
They're
quick
putting it up
fade
high.
to Smith. He's got it. And he's at the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. It's caught. And we got a little extracurricular activity over there with Laney. I'm not sure what's going on.
That fade route is so hard to defend on, and Smith runs it exceptionally well. Josh Dickens was trying to be on the defense there. He just threw it right to the outside of him.
As Mr. and Mrs. Hampton come up from the concession stand, bringing the goodies to us. They've been good to us all year, and we want to thank them for it right now.
Quarterback's going to take a sneak. He tries to go forward,
And he leans, and he scores.
Number 15.
Now the score 21-19. We're going to have another big scoring contest here, the way it looks. We're still in the first half, and that's almost a final score in most games for a lot of teams.
And you know the Greenfield's going to be going for 2 on this.
Rocks and water. You got hot dogs in there? Yeah. You know where they're at? Over here. Water. Rocks and water. Both of them want rocks and water.
They are going to go for 2 right here. Quarterback sneaked it in from 1 yard out. Here they have.
It's going to be a delay game if we don't be careful.
3 receivers split to the near side and 1 to the far side.
There's no call yet.
Quarterback under center. He's rolling out, trying to find some room.
Tyree brings him down from behind for a loss of about 5 yards.
2 unsuccessful extra point attempts is the difference in this game. Andre Tyree come through pretty much untouched and was able to track him down.
And they're not expecting a man that big to have that kind of speed. Catching more Tyree. Catching Tyree, ain't that what we called him? So London holds that 2-point lead there, 21-19. We still got 7:04 to go in the contest.
And we're not even halfway through the second quarter.
Well, that fumble there kind of put us in a tough situation. Now we're going to have to come back, but like I said, once again, comeback kids are on the field.
DJ Laney, 22, is back deep. Also, Josh Dickens, number 10, back there. Laney had that exceptional run.
And it wouldn't do Greenfield any more pleasure than to knock London off out of the undefeated ranks. So London's got their hands full. Greenfield's got everything to gain.
What it would do is turn an average season into a good season for the seniors over there.
And if very possible, like Carl said, it could put them in the playoffs. Let me see here.
They're 5-4.
They might already be in the playoffs, Carl.
There's the kick. It's going to be taken down about the 5-yard line. B.J. Laney coming right up the middle, looking for a hole. This time
he stopped dead at the 25-yard line.
Got hit at 25.
And driven back. He had a brick wall that time, didn't he, Doug?
Yeah, he sure did. And he was a little slow getting up. I think he's going to be all right, though. He's asking to come out of the game. They told him to stay on there for one play. Well, London's offense needs to get something going here.
London spreads out a couple wide outs to both sides as Wheeler's still on the bench.
Inlow split to the far side. Josh Dickin to the near side. Laney's the back man, and that pass is taken by Dickin, who tries to go forward. He's good for about 4, maybe 5 yards on that play. We're going to give him 6.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 31-yard line. Got to go to about the 36 for a first down. So
it's good to see number 18, Brandon Willers, back in.
Is he back in? Good.
He split here to the near side. Laney your eye back, and Josh Dickens to the far side. Under center, Dobmeyer hands it to the fullback. Willard picks up about 2 yards on that quick handoff.
Want to keep that men inside, keep that defense on us in there. Give Wheeler a chance to recoup and head down the field. And it doesn't matter which side of the field he runs down, he catches from either side.
London, big third down situation. 3rd down and 2 as the Raiders try to move the sticks. They're at the 33-yard line. Dobmeyer under center. They're going to hand it to B.J. Laney. He's trying to find some room.
He's got a little lane. He's driving. He has the first down.
He needed 2. Picks up about 5. So good job, B.J. Laney, pumping the legs.
He had kept those legs moving there. He was lifting them high, too. So if you went for the legs, you're going to get a mouthful. Mouthful of knees. As the concession stand people leave, Carl right down in front of us. I'll tell you when they're in sight. Mr. and Mrs. Hampton made a delivery up here to press box because we can't get out of here, so we really appreciate it.
Same formation. Dobmeyer, quick handoff. He tried to hit.
And nearly picked off by number 99.
Tyree was wide open right there. That's a play they need to go back to. Blocked down by the defensive end. But Andre had to step on everybody.
He had to step. Was just a little. The throw was a little bit behind him. And it was also, he had pressure on him too.
It was tipped.
And I guess I didn't get a chance to see, but we got a shot of the Hamptons, who just left the press box after delivering this brat. I think Doug just inhaled his brat. He's looking at mine. There will be a fight up here if he comes this way.
Dobmeyer dropped the ball, picked it up. He's
and still lets it fly. Wheeler comes back and makes the catch. And they're
outstanding job. He picks up about 23 yards on that.
Number 11, Burgess was right in there. I think both of them had a hold of the ball. Wheeler was just able to more or less had a little more strength there. Carl wants to know how you can stop that. 21-19. We're down to 5.5 minutes in the first half. We have a game on our hands.
Receiver split to both sides. Laney's a deep back. He gets a sweep. There's a missed block by Willard.
And he's caught in the backfield and thrown backwards.
7 yards is what they lost on that, I believe. That shows you how important it is to make that first block. It wasn't all Willard's fault.
That's right.
The defensive end was coming in awful hard and just was unable to get his head in front of him.
Talking about this kick, and Carl has his shoe. He's pumped it up.
Air Carls. Josh Dickens, he usually gets the ball in this situation. This time he does.
And it looked like a big mix-up in the backfield that time. Or else it's trying to make a draw out of it. But we're going to go to 4th down. Nope, it's just 3rd down. 3rd in a bunch, 3rd in a month. They got it on the board. It's 3rd and 22.
Well, that particular play, when they bring Josh in like that, is getting too predictable for the defense. This time we have twins with Wheeler and Dickin on the near side. Dobmeyer, he's at shotgun formation, looking to pass. B.J. Laney picks up a nice block. Dobmeyer steps up, throws to Wheeler. That ball's picked off by the Greenfield. He picked it off at the 20-yard line. He has room to this near side, trying to outrun.
He's got a wall there, and he's got room. He's going to take Laney to bring him down. And he's knocked down. They could go all the way, and they're pulled out of bounds at about the 6-yard line.
Number 61, he took him a while to get there, but Justin Castle kept running down the field, knocked him out of the bounds.
And that's the thing about the long pass. You live by it, you live by it. And it puts Greenfield back down in another scoring position.
Well, that's a first incompletion that Zach Dobbmeyer has thrown tonight. He's had 8 completions all right in a row. That time he stepped up, tried to force it just a little bit. Not only was it incomplete, it was picked off.
Okay, I'm going down.
We got a ball game, 3 minutes, 36 seconds to go, 21-19.
And McClain is knocking on the door. They're not sure what the play is. Tell you what, looks to me like they have got some pretty good coaching staff here.
Quarterback's back. He's the one that picked it off.
He goes to the corner. It's there. I see a flag on the corner.
Let's see what that call is right there.
I don't know what the flag is, but it was thrown behind the receiver. Nobody there at all with him. He just turned around and caught the ball and backed in. See what this call is.
It's going to go against Greenfield, I believe. It's a procedure call.
And London gets another break. The breaks are kind of saving us tonight. That's the 2 breaks that went our way. They might be starting to think they're getting homered.
Well, one thing Greenfield's done is they examined London and found out how to exploit that defense, and you do it by one way, and that's moving the people out of the middle.
Right.
London's blessed with having size right up the gut, and they move them out.
And I can't believe they're doing anything that much different. I'm sure London has scouted this, films and stuff on them. I don't think they know where they want to go now. They got people running everywhere.
But I see number 7, the favorite receiver out there. Number 3 is in motion toward him. Quarterback's looking his way. Stokes in for a little bit of pressure, and the quarterback just kind of threw that one away, trying to get his Smith.
He had a receiver there. He just couldn't get it off. He was in the grass, and it seemed like to me that ought to have been down right there because he was in the grass. If somebody would have lit him up right as soon as he loses that ball, they'd probably want to call something. And we got 2nd down and 10.
Just inside the 10-yard line. London's defense trying to get a big stand right here. Hanging on to that 2-point lead. 3 minutes, 24 seconds to go. Quarterback under center, 2 receivers to the near side. He's looking to pass again. Look at Smith's way. He's good coverage by
and nothing Dickens. Doing. He might pick up about a yard or 2.
Wheeler, number 45, in on the tackle.
London's starting to pick that play up. They're covering receivers real good, but like you say, when you get down that close to the end zone, to the goal line, there's not much. You don't have the room to exploit the people like that. So.
I'm not sure why the quarterback tucked it so quick. He looked Smith's way, and he was guarded, but, he has 4 other receivers in the route out there. He's not able to look it off. There's a man out there uncovered, a quarterback unable to find him.
He's being chased by Young.
Young trying to get some pressure.
And should have been picked off by
Dusty Jones was in there.
Right through his hands.
I'm not sure what was going on there. They had a receiver split to the far side that was uncovered for a while, and the fans decided to help out the coaching staff by pointing it out. I heard them all yelling, and also heard Coach Emmett's out there yelling too. B.J. Laney went over to cover him. But once again, we've seen Greenfield try to go right back to Smith.
And they're going to go for a field goal or a possible fake.
Well, they're at the 10. Ball's going to be spotted at the 7, at the 13, 23 yards in the air. That ball's up.
There.
It's good. London's down by 1 point right now. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go.
And McClain is fired up.
London's down 22-21.
It's time for the comeback kids to show their stuff. This is the first time they've been down since the first game, isn't it?
London's crowd trying to rally him right here. Might be the loudest applaud I've ever seen for getting a touchdown scored against you, but you know, that's what these guys need.
Let them know they got some support over here. As we put Laney and Dickens back deep.
Here, I wouldn't be surprised if you get an onside kick. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go. McClain definitely has the momentum on their side right now. London's head's dropped a little bit. That might be the first field goal kick against London this year.
I think it is.
First 3 points scored against them.
And it come at an inopportune time because we're at the final game of the season as far as the league and stuff goes.
But we still got a long way to go. 22-21, 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Still in the first half. There's the kick. It's going to be taken by B.J. Lenny. He's going to pick it up about the 8-yard line. Bobbles it for a second, trying to find some room right up the middle. He's down to about the 23-yard line. So London's offense trots back on at the field. 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Now it's time to regroup. Bring your troops on. You know what you got to do. This is one of the few times this year London's been behind, so we'll see how they play coming from behind.
Well, they've only been behind one time this year, and that was the first game when the guy scored a touchdown in the first series. London was able to tie it up and send that game into overtime for a win. Here they're only down by a point. They still have another half to play. Dobmeyer's looking for a quick pass. That's thrown at the feet of Wheeler.
And he was sacked at the same time. He was hit pretty hard. They're putting a lot of pressure on Dobmeyer, which makes a lot of difference in your passing. They're bringing 3 and 4 people at a time in there.
Greenfield's played some pretty good defense over the first half here tonight. Although London has 3 touchdowns, anytime you can hold them, it's pretty good because they are so powerful. Twins to the near side. That ball's going to be handed to Laney, the deep back. He's good for about 3 yards on that play.
And we got a wrestling match there. I don't know what looked like a little unnecessarily roughness there to me. Brent Richards hit on that tackle. I couldn't tell whether he had a hold of Laney's head or he was trying to wrestle the ball out of his hands.
Well, the emotions are running high on Greenfield's team. Here, London comes out with twin split to the near side, 21 Tyree to the far side. Willard's your fullback, Laney's your eye back. Dobmeyer's under center. He takes a quick snap, tries to pass it right out to Tyree.
Knocked down by number 56
was in and just took
Jeremy Hammond.
And we're kind of lucky that he was unable to pick that off because that hit him just right above his forearm.
Right.
So that's not what London wanted to see. That's the old cha-cha-cha. 3 plays and you're out.
You get that, Carl? Cha-cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha. Josh Enlow in for a second punt of the night. We've seen him play receiver 2 or 3 times here tonight when Wheeler was shook up earlier. It's a good snap to him.
They're coming after
it. Get it off. He does. The ball's going to bounce about the 45.
Take a London bounce.
Then a lateral bounce. It's going to fall dead about the 37-yard line. So still pretty good field position. 1 minute, 35 seconds to go.
And Greenfield takes over on about their 36, 37-yard line.
He's looking to pass. And he tucks it.
Fooled no one that time. Receivers were covered, even though I thought number 6
7 was to the near side. He was looking actually at a different receiver that time, which is quite surprising. He was looking Jim Burgess's way. He was covered,
39.
or John Burgess. He was covered. So they lose 1 on that. Smith, number 7, the man to watch. He comes to the near side. He's guarded by 18 Wheeler. Number 6, Thompson's taking away the quick slant. 2 receivers to the near side. Here's a sweep to the far side. Thompson comes up.
Thompson makes the initial move, but the
Big James
brought down
Young.
by Big James Young, who run laterally real good that time, and come up and made the tackle.
Not after it's a gain of about 8 yards on that play. Brings up 3rd down and 3. But at least James Young had the ability to pursue him down the field. A lot of speed for 295 pounds.
You got that right. As number 54, Kevin Gibson, comes limping off.
3 receivers to the far side. They're looking for the
They're
fade
putting it
pattern
up.
again. Josh Dickens out there. Ball's incomplete. Number 11 was your intended receiver. That's Burgess.
And I'm watching this Dickens situation, and he's not even looking back.
Well, that, you know, some of that has to go to the other men on the field. They got to let him know when the ball's in the air. Give him the ability to look back. But I think
18 seconds left in the half. This might be the first time London's went into the halftime behind. Carl said, I guess he can put his shoe up for a year. He didn't get picked for the kick.
Oh, big
I'm surprised
James
they kicked it.
blocked that one. Taken by number 10, Josh Dickens. He's trying to find some room to the near side. He's
Trying to get out. Yep.
He's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
And well, stops clock with 6.6 seconds to go. London has one last play. It looks like we're going to use it, huh?
Brandon Long was in on that tackle.
I got a feeling they know we're going to use it, and I don't know. I think I would just take a knee and go into the halftime the way it is now and regroup. Got Wheeler wide to the far side this time.
Well, they're going to run their play to Josh Dickens, number 10.
Okay.
They got him into the inside. We've seen it before. We see it again. Inside trap play. Josh trying to make some people miss.
And
That's
that'll
gonna be
run the
half.
timeout. And we end the first half with a score of 22-21. London down by 1 point. And the crowd's cheering them on. This is something London's not used to, being behind. They're also not used to a crowd like this cheering them when they're behind. So this is an exceptional situation.
And it's not like they're behind. They're behind 1 point.
Right.
It could be worse. If you were 2 or 3 touchdowns behind, I'd be worried. Right now, you pretty much played the first half. It's an even ball game. Go in, regroup, get some water, come out, and let's move forward to second half. What's going to be the difference in second half is where the weight training this summer has come into play, where they're running the extra sprints and two-a-days come into play. It's the ability to execute when you're tired.
When you're tired, yeah.
London hasn't had to do it. Tonight they're going to have to.
Right. Off the Green, I lost track who it is. Greenfield McClain band is putting on the show down there for us. We just missed the main part of it. They were carrying on there for a while. I know it. Hey, they got off our track, or we'll have Nance on their case.
We have the
Yep.
of 2 raffles tonight.
Uh-oh. There's a raffle.
This is a pair of Ohio State University.
The second half, there's lineup as London will receive. We are up, aren't we, Carl? Okay, and Doug, you have any quick stats there that you might want to run through the first half?
Sure, quick stats. Zach Dobmeyer started out the game playing just perfectly. Actually, the first 8 passes were complete. They were perfect. He ended up 8 for 11 with an interception, but he had 179 yards. Favorite receivers was Dickens, number 10. They had 18 Wheeler. The running game's been held into check as Laney picks this ball up about the 8-yard line. He's looking for room in front of him. Has a blocker in Walsmith. Laney gets it all the way up to about the 29-yard line. B.J. Laney, number 22, rushed the ball 6 times for 24 yards the first half. Kind of unusual from what we're used to seeing him earlier this year. but he's been one of those backs that he bangs at you 2 and 3 yards a pop, and then all of a sudden he's gone for 60 yards. We've seen him run one almost 84 yards on a kickoff return, took it clear down to the 10-yard line. So we've seen the speed. Willard, they used 5 times 17 yards, so their offense has been held in check. It's noted on the scoreboard, 21-22 as London comes up. Receiver split to both sides of the field. Dobmeyer under center to start this second half. He hands it to Laney, who's stuffed at the line, but manages to twist his way for about 3.
And he's holding his down with his leg injury.
3 yards on that play.
He's holding his ankle.
It is an ankle that he's holding.
Yeah, it's an ankle he's holding. He made a quick turn there, and it's very possible he twisted an ankle.
That's easy to step on someone's foot when you're in the midst of 3 or 4 people too. Let's hope that he can pop back up here in a little bit. Obviously he's in a lot of pain.
You can see that. Check the light. Okay. And the clock is rolling. And Laney comes off with a little help there. He is walking on it. Neal comes in and replaces Laney.
McNeil, number 34, steps in for B.J. Laney. It's time to step it up. He's a senior this year. Dobmeyer under center. He's looking to pass. He drops the ball.
He lost the ball.
And he's brought down for a loss of about 2 yards on it, maybe 1 yard on that play. So just like that, it's 3rd down.
Yeah.
Well, we hope to see London come out with a little bit more emotion than what we did.
What I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing some players kind of frustrated, and I'm not sure whether they're fussing between one another or not, but that's something you can't have. You got to come back and come out cohesive as a team.
3rd down and 8. Wheeler split to the far side, Dickens to the near side. 2 men in the backfield. As the quarterback, Dobmeyer, gets a shotgun formation. He takes a snap. He looks deep. It's Josh Dickens' way. That ball's underthrown, but Dickens comes back and makes an outstanding catch.
And just like that, London goes for a touchdown.
70 yards down the field. Josh Dickens came back and made a great play on the ball.
Split 2 defenders and goes the distance for a touchdown.
So just when you think that things are going bad, one play will get you pumped back up.
I don't believe it. Believe it, Gary. You're seeing it. Hope you're watching this, Red.
70 yards.
Yeah, great day in the morning, and London goes up 27-22.
That's 249 yards passing for Dobmeyer already today. He's 9 of 12.
These receivers been doing one heck of a job of coming around and getting open and getting to the ball and making the unbelievable catches. London's going for 2.
Well, we seen Wheeler earlier in the game with a 79-yard pass play. This one's only 70. Dobmeyer's back to pass. He has a receiver in Tyree, but that ball is blocked by the linebacker, number 45 for Greenfield. Scott Sterling was in there when they were able to knock that one down.
So London right now holding a 5-point lead. That's one of the smallest leads they've had with 27-22, and the crowd gets into it big time. Now it's time for defense to step up and show their wares. As Tyree comes back out for his 3rd or 4th kick of the game.
That's actually his 5th kick.
5th. Now we're going to see how this unfolds. I think it might be a good idea to kick it out to the sidelines. Don't let them get that play form that they formed and come right down the middle and just kind of throws us off. Every time it's thrown us off.
Number 7, back deep for Greenfield. He's done an outstanding job here so far the first half. This will be the first time he touches it here in the second half. Nick Smith waiting about the 5-yard line to get this ball. Andre getting ready. He takes his 2 steps, kicks the ball. It's going to be taken by the upback at about the 18-yard line. Number 11 coming straight up the field. Taken down at the 36-yard line by number 61.
Justin Castle.
Justin Castle brings him down.
That time.
John Burgess was the kickoff return, man. He came right up the gut. London's had trouble with that. Coming down, filling the lane right in the center. I mean, there's nothing fancy about it. They catch it and run.
And just run hard as they can, straight up the middle.
Big defensive stand needed here as Andre Tyree trying to get the crowd into it a little bit. Receivers split to both sides of the field, one man in the backfield. Quarterback under center. They're going to pass with a short pass right over the middle, tight end dump. That's good for about 13 yards. Brought down on the play by 25 Wattsmith and 36 Jones.
Wattsmith made the initial hit, but I don't think he was down.
No, he hit him and bounced off. It looked like about a 140-pound guy going after
about 240-pound guy.
240. Nevertheless, you wrap the arms, they'll still come down.
Yeah.
He hit him and bounced off.
Go for the legs.
Dusty Jones was there to clean up. So they moved the chains on the first play in the second half. Here they are again. Receivers split to both sides, one man in the backfield. He's come to the near side with an option play. Wheeler turns it back inside, and Michael Stoke.
13.
Michael Stoke was there to bring it down.
And we got a flag on the play, I believe.
Give credit, number 45, Willard. He was out here and filled the outside, turned the quarterback
Looked like it might have been a face. Yep, it was a face mask, Doug. That hurt. Got to give him a first down.
Well, one good play and one penalty. And they move the chains. Let's see how big it is.
15-yard penalty. It's a pretty big penalty. Moves the ball all the way down to about the 34-yard line. And that can be frustrating.
Absolutely. London's defense needs to get pumped up right here because one good play and one penalty, and they're already in striking distance. Receiver split to both sides. The quarterback's back to pass. He's looking for Smith. Actually, he throws a 99 to tight end, who catches the ball. He's good for about 2 yards on that play.
It's, Craig Unger.
I thought he was looking for Smith over there, but Greenfield does a good job of running Smith in a route and then bring the tight end in behind him for about 2 or 3 yards.
Unger's made a couple catches tonight anyway, so it's not nothing new that they're doing.
Here we go down, second down, 7. One receiver to the far side, I formation. They're going to hand it back to the tailback.
And he's got
number
some room.
3, 45, just closed
45.
Good job there by Scott Willard, 45. He's seen the opening. He closed that gap quickly for no gain on that play.
Scott Willard looked like he come out of nowhere to make that play there.
Showed a lot of speed. Came down, just wrapped up nicely. Third down and 7.
But you're talking about the fullback on offense, so he goes both ways. He's got to be in good shape to do that. Second half is supposed to be ours.
3 receivers split to the far side. We've seen them use the tailback in motion. This time they do not. They swing pass out to number 88, who's brought down on the play by number 36, Dusty Jones.
Dusty Jones comes in on that play.
Also there, number 13, Michael Stoke. 21, Andre Tyree.
Pick up about 2 yards, I believe.
It's a big play. But
4th and about 4.
4th and 4. Here you're in 4 down territory, though. Inside the 30-yard line.
4th and 6 they put on the board.
It's 4th and 5. It splits it just as even as you can do. 2 receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Eubanks is your tailback. They're looking for a tight end dump. He's well covered. James Young is in.
And it was near play. Had a receiver coming back. The ball was just thrown a little short.
That right there, give credit to the defensive backs. They had the guys covered. He wanted a tight end dump. That's who he was looking for, number 99.
That's Unger.
Unger was his intended receiver, and he couldn't get the ball to him.
Yeah.
James Young poked through the line, put some pressure on him. He had to throw the ball away.
So London will take over on downs, 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line.
Well, here's an offense that needs to find himself again. Second half didn't start out well. As Dobmeyer comes up under center, McNeil remains your eye back. Wheeler to the near side.
Oh, and we had a dive here.
Back.
I don't know whether he was drawn off or what, but he come through there like he was shot out of a cannon. Looked like he was shoved. They're going to mark it off against Greenfield.
Well, we've seen Greenfield do that same thing at the start of the game. London used it against them. They know that their emotions are running high.
Right.
London with a 27-22 lead. Handoff to the fullback, Willard. He's good for maybe 1 yard on that play. We'll give him 2.
London's getting the big setup here. We got this.
So we've seen the biggest.
2nd and 3, I guess. On the 37-yard line, and we're looking at 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. London on top, 27-22.
6 minutes, 53 seconds in counting. Dobmeyer's up under center. He takes the ball, hands it to McNeil, who has a blocker in front of him. He stood straight up, but he drives forward for a first down.
And he will not go down. Go ahead on, Jared. Tell me that boy shouldn't be playing more ball. You see that drive? He was not going to be denied that first down. I tell you, he's been waiting for this chance. Make the best of it, son. I sound like a grandfather then, didn't I? I better slow down my emotions and call the game like I should.
First time he carried the ball 6 yards, so he started out the way we needed it. Showed a lot of power. Willard's your fullback. McNeil remains your tailback. Dobmeyer coming up under center. Wheeler split to the far side. Here's a quick pass out to Wheeler.
And he's open. He's there.
He adjusts and catches it.
Come down hard.
25 yards. Dobmeyer to Wheeler.
And Wheeler come down hard that time. He looked like, well, he's getting up. He's not going to give up. He's not walking too fast, but he's back in the game.
Outstanding reception by him. I mean,
well, it looked like when he come down, it was like almost like a baseball slide. And with those cleats digging in, that could tear up an ankle real easy.
McNeil's coming split out to the far side. As your eye back is Josh Dickon. Here they're going to give it to Dickon, I imagine. Must be a reason he's there. He takes a sweep. He's stuffed. No, he fights through the first blocker and loses about 2, maybe 3 yards on that play. Kind of an interesting play call that they moved McNeil.
He was out there. He was running a block, and he was doing a pretty good job of blocking. Then his man got around him, and the only thing he could do was go after the next man because it would have been a illegal block had he kept in the prowl. But we got a 2nd and 11 here on the 31-yard line.
5 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Third quarter. Willard's your fullback. McNeil standing behind him in I formation.
And they got another offside.
Jumped him off sides.
We'll take all those fives we can get. Those are called high fives there.
Outstanding coaching job right there as they know the emotions are up.
That's right.
We hear some of the fathers here standing in front of us getting into the game.
It's good to see some of these older folks out here because before we never had these. The last 2 or 3 years we never had anything like this. This is something else.
Dobmeyer comes up under center. Wheeler's to the near side. Dickens to the far side. McNeil's your eye back. He takes a snap. He hands it to Willard. Right up the gut. The fullback's good for 4. Maybe we'll give him 4 yards on that. He's close to a first down. It's going to be about a half yard short.
About a half yard short of the first down. These guys are getting pumped up. Doug, I'm kind of getting caught up in the game and ain't saying nothing.
This outstanding game, 27-22. 4 minutes, 16 seconds. Third quarter, London's getting for one of the better drives of the second half. Dobmeyer under center. The receiver split to both sides of the field. He's going to take a quarterback sneak.
And he gets a
twist his way forward for 2. Got about 2 yards on that
play. Should have a first down that time.
He does and more. He got it by about a yard.
And London's first down, 1st and 10.
As a flamboyant referee out there shows it. He's getting into the game as well.
We still have a score of 27-22, and we got a little under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. And London's on the prowl.
Well, we've seen an important defensive stand last series by the defense. And London's offense is putting on the show. Here's Gerald McNeil gets the ball. He picks up a quick 7 right there. Jared took the ball. Looked like an off-tackle play following Willard, the fullback. He sealed the linebacker for him, and he is one step from going for the goal line.
Game's really getting intense, but this is, like I say, it's going to show where running up and down these stadium bleachers comes into play. Find out who's in shape and who's not.
Dickens to the near side. To the far side is Wheeler.
Dalmar, a little quick quarterback sneak.
It's quick, but it's effective. 5 yards on the play. That's a page out of Greenfield. Spread him out and take the ball right up the gut.
Yeah, they're taking a little play out of a Greenfield's playbook there and spread him out and bust the gut. And we're running time off the clock, like Carl says, and we have a first down on the. We're inside the 10, Carl. We got to score. And the helicopters are coming in. Channel somebody.
I hear one. Dobmeyer's under center. Receiver split to both sides. He's going to hand it to Willard, and he's in. 6 points to the land of no hash marks.
I called them the comeback kids, and they're back.
There you go. Scott Willard, 45, takes the ball in.
The comeback
He
kids
was
are
out
back.
9 yards, 2 minutes, 34 seconds, and that gives London some breathing room.
33 to 22. We need to score here. Get this extra point or whatever, 1 or 2, whatever we're going for. The crowd's chanting 2.
Well, they're up by 11. They need to be nice to get 2 on there.
With that middle spread there, I don't know.
Here's a fake to the tailback. He's looking for Tyrese, covered good, and the ball falls incomplete, overthrown by about a yard.
He looked like he was getting a lot of bumping going out there, too.
Triple coverage out there.
But we still have a score of 33 to 22 with 2:34 to go. In the third quarter, London goes up by 11. Defense is back.
Andre Tyree in for 6th kick of the evening. As he kicks into it, he kicks the ball kind of low, trying
Looked
to
like
stop
he was
the
laying
return
down
there.
flat.
Ball's taken at 25, but he goes right up the middle. He finds
I
room,
don't believe this.
and he is
And
all the
Tyree has to
way
make
to
the
the
tackle.
42-yard line.
These returns have been unbelievable, Doug.
Well, it's much better to start your series on the other side of the 50-yard line, and they've been able to do it so far tonight.
Okay. Once again, McClain spreads the defense.
Greenfield not wasting any time to get up the line of scrimmage as he's under center. He's looking to throw. Looking for number 8 and
it's trouble. It's trouble.
Open.
Touchdown, McClain. There was no defense on that at all.
Right there. And just like that, 2 minutes, 18 seconds ago, we have a 33-28 ball game.
33-28, London so far. Going to another one of them 40-some point games, aren't we? 40-40.
That's 70 points scored on London's defense the last 6 quarters.
Yeah, it's a lot of points. As McClain comes in and sets up, I believe, for a kick, but I got a feeling they're going to go for 2. Got extra people running in now the game.
Well, the thing is, 2 points will get him within a field goal.
This quarterback's been very impressive, too. I thought the one last week was impressive. This
He's
kid
looking for a tight end dump. He's covered. Throws the ball away. And it's intercepted.
Knocked down. Incomplete pass, and London still stays up 33 to 28.
Number 25, Wasmith, was there to knock that ball down.
Go ahead, Carl, swing it if you want to. And there you have 33-28 with 2:18 to go in the third quarter. Here, kickoff here, kick up.
Greenfield McClain in to kick it. 2 minutes, 18 seconds to go. Dickens and McNeil is back deep for the Raiders. That ball is going to be taken by number 10, Dickens, right at the 10-yard line. He has a wall of blockers in front of him. He drives forward. to about the 29, maybe the 30-yard line. So he picks up 20 yards on the return. London's offense gearing up, ready to go. Seems like they were just out there.
Just a minute ago.
And
matter of fact, they were.
18 seconds ago off the clock. They were out there.
So the pressure's on the offense once again. 33-28. You're looking at still a 5-point difference.
Anything can happen in a ball game like this, and I'm sure that
got wideouts to both sides here, Dickens and Wheeler.
Godmeyer in the center. He's looking to pass. He's looking for the
he airs it out.
Way. He's up, and the ball is incomplete.
Incomplete.
The ball was tipped by Willard, and unfortunately he was unable to bring it down. Here we go, London back up to the line of scrimmage. Receiver split to both sides. McNeil's your eye back. Willard your fullback. 2nd down and 10. 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Quick pass to
incomplete.
Dickens. The ball over his head and out of bounds. Not sure what they're going to call that.
I don't think they're going to call it anything. And it comes out in the same formation. We're in 3rd and 11 on the 29-yard line. This is definitely a passing situation.
3rd and 11. 1 minute, 58 seconds to go. Godmeyer looking to pass, looking over for 45. Willard screen pass, got a couple blockers in front of him. He's close to
and the ball's
loose.
And I believe Tyree may have come up with it for a 1st down if he did.
Andre Tyree is there, fell on it.
That was good, smart move on Tyree's part to get over there and get the ball. And the big man's not getting up too fast. 1st down. That's where that conditioning's coming in, Carl. Doug. That ball come out there like a pop gun, like a shot out of a cannon or something.
Anytime you're trying to give that extra effort to get to the change, you're susceptible to that ball popped and loose. And that's what happened to Willard. Good thing Andre Tyree was there. London back up the line of scrimmage. Receivers of both sides. Quick handoff to Willard again. He's good for 6.
Good for 6. Up and down and up.
It's not the prettiest play in the book, but it might be one of the most effective here tonight.
Tonight, yeah, he's knocking off 4 and 5 and 6 yards at a pop, so you can't fault that.
He picks up 6, 2nd down and 4.
We're down to going a minute now. 3rd quarter, 33-28, London.
Godmeyer back under center. McNeil's your eye back. They hand it to Willard, who's been successful. This time he's stuffed for about 1 yard.
Nothing doing that time. But we're keeping the clock running. We're down there to a half a minute.
B.J. Laney sitting on the sidelines with his towel thrown over his ankle, so hopefully he's going to be all right.
They're iced down. He's been having trouble with that ankle all season.
He's wiggling his toes, so
it's a good sign.
Definitely a good sign. Some of the players trying to get everybody pumped up. 3rd down, 3 situation. Willard the fullback. Godmeyer under center, and he draws him offside.
And we got an offside.
3rd time tonight, so a team that's being coached well by McClain has made some mental mistakes at some crucial times.
Cost them at crucial times, like you said. We have a score of 33-28. The comeback kids are on top once again. Stick around, folks. There's a lot more football to be played. The 3rd quarter, well, they didn't set the clock or anything.
They're just going to run one play right here. That's a quick fake. They're going to throw it to Andre Tyree, who's got the ball.
And he's inside the 20. Inside the 20-yard line. So that was a good play to end the 3rd quarter. On a good note, London will change into the field. As they move the chains, Carl, and I think they're going the wrong way. Chains went clear down to the other end of the field. Now they got to go all the way to the other end.
Deja vu.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Start the 4th quarter, Doug. You take over.
4th quarter, 12 minutes ago till this game's over for a perfect season for London. Can they hold on? We're going to find out. 20 yards to go for 6 points. Myers under center. He takes a snap. He's looking for Brandon Wheeler. He has him out there.
It's there. Touchdown, Wheeler. That was a beautiful catch. And I tell you what, the defender helped him up. He respects Wheeler.
324 yards passing tonight by the quarterback, Zach Dobblemeyer.
Zach might make the dispatch again this week.
What'd you say, Carl? Night tonight.
That adjustment he made on that ball was unreal. He made a 360 to come back, to turn and get that, to make that catch. What do you think about that, Red? Like Carl said, you can tell he's a baseball player. I think Red taught him that in Little League baseball.
Well, London's trying to go for 2.
Otmar's in the...
He takes a snap from shotgun. He has a receiver, and he scores.
And Wheeler once again. It's the Dobmar Wheeler show. And London goes up 41-28. It's on ahead a little bit farther, 41-28. Is the score with what? 6 seconds to go off the clock in the 4th quarter.
Tyree getting ready to kick.
Let's see what happens on his kickoff. They've been
there's on the ground.
Right up the middle, though.
25-yard line, and he's going north to south. Actually, he tries to find
and he's cut down by number 34, McNeil.
Also there.
And who?
Number 25, Wasmith, was on that tackle too. Red Raiders need to come out here and stuff McClain before they can get anything going. You can tell that Greenfield McClain is a team of emotions. They've been running high tonight, and it's allowed them to stay in the game.
And like we said, right now it's going to show what kind of conditioning. This is the first time they've had a tight end offense like this.
2 men in the backfield. They hand it to the second one.
And it works.
Running room, and that's a tight end who's caught some balls.
And he's right close to a first down.
He picks up 9.5. He's going to be about a half-yard short.
He's not getting up too quick. So he got a muscle cramp. Number 99, Unger. He's a pretty good sized guy. We don't have any size on him, but he's a junior. He's out there doing the Macarena, timeout, peg leg dance, huh? I see the band's playing. Carl, are we rolling? Okay. Defense sets up. Once again,
quarterback's looking to pass this way. He had twins on the near side.
And he's brought down by
number 6, Mark Thompson, in on that play. He's been in there a couple times. This time he was successful. We got a guy down, number 76 for McClain.
He's not getting it. He's a pretty big man.
He's only a sophomore too.
Okay. After injury, helped the young man off the field.
Well, we got twins here, split to the near side, 1 man in the backfield. Quarterback's under center for McClain. He takes a snap. He's looking this way. He's got him, the big tight end, 99. He's finding some room.
Dumped by number 10.
Josh didn't come up and made the tackle, but not until gained about 11 yards on that play.
Which brings up about 3rd and 4.
Number 9 catches that ball, starts running up here. He's daring those defensive backs to come up and get a shot on him. I could see his eyes light up.
And it's this offense they're running. Somebody's going to be open. The quarterback. He's got a wide range of targets.
3 receivers to the far side of the field, including 99. Split as your tight end. He's going out for a quick pass under the middle. He's open.
Incomplete pass.
Ball starting overthrown.
We've called that Unger name a few times.
Well, you got to say that Greenfield McClain came in here with a pretty good playbook. They have a few guys that can catch the ball. With number 7, we've seen him playing well.
That's Smith, isn't it?
Yeah, Smith. Then they came out here the second half, tried to get the tight end Unger going. Got him the ball a few times.
3rd down, ain't it, Carl?
4th down.
Okay, boy. The board finally changed. Watch for the fake, guys.
Watch that you do not jump off sides. Who took it?
Too much time.
Either too much time or offensive guy was lined up in the
neutral zone. Now we'll definitely have to punt. City look like the right guard was lined up in the neutral zone. Lennon does put somebody back. Got Wheeler back.
Wheeler, number 18, back there, just try to stop from that rolling into the end zone. Good pressure by James Young, number 53. The ball bounces 26 and falls dead at the 17-yard
line. Lennon will take over on offense on the 17-yard line. We have a score of 41-28 with 10:45 to go in the contest. Scrimmage.
London comes back out. 10 minutes, 45 seconds to go. McNeil's your deep back. Wheeler to the near side, Dickens on the far side. Dahlmeyer under center. He draws the guy offside, but they're not going to call it. Quick pass to Dickens. He stiff arms the first guy. He's good for 10.
First down and then some. And he's drawn down
17 yards on that.
And there's a penalty. There, look, I was waiting for that penalty call. It's up about the 32-yard line. A little extracurricular activity over there.
We'll give him 17 yards on that pass play from Dahlmeyer to Dickens. Give credit to Dickens. He did all the work after he caught the ball.
Beautiful fake. Took the outside and then was hit after he went out of bounds and was down. Dead ball foul.
Personal foul.
Personal foul.
That's a good one to get.
And the comeback kids are on the way. The Puds, the seniors, are showing their wares. We're looking for an undefeated season, and this is the way to do it. 41-28 with 10:36 to go in the contest.
That's 15 yards the easy way. Dickens to the far side.
We'll take it any way we can get it.
Willard to the near side. Here's a quick handoff to Willard. He's good for 5.
5-yard Willard.
Right up the middle.
Running a little bit of Woody Hayes stuff. His was 3 yards. We'll take 5 yards in the cloud of dust. What did you say, Carl? Well, we keep the clock running, Doug. Go ahead.
Willard's carried the ball 11 times tonight, so that's kind of unusual for him. He's done pretty good jobs, averaging 4 yards a carry. He's right at the 44-yard.
He's kind of taken up the slack quite a bit since Laney's out hurt.
McNeil's your eye back. He hasn't got the ball but 2 times since replacement. Willard gets the ball. He falls forward for maybe 1.
Make it about 2nd and 4, or 3rd and 4. He may not have gotten 1, but they're giving him 3rd and 4 anyway. This could be a crucial play here. Very important play in the offense. We're looking at under 9.5 minutes to go in the contest. London still on top, 41-28.
Important thing is that clock keeps rolling. Here's an option play. That's a low pitch, but McNeil picks it up. He finds room up the near side. And he's first down and more.
Now there were some hands there, Doug, because he had to go clear down to his knees to make that catch.
He picks up 12 yards on it. Needed 5, got 12.
That's for a first down. 2 touches, 2 first downs. We got it. And kept the clock running, was able to stay in bounds.
Back up to the line of scrimmage. Dickens split to the far side, Willard on the near side. Dahlmeyer takes the snap, he hands it to Willard. Side.
He's got room, he's got some room. He could run over somebody. He's not going to go down, touchdown, Willard!
35 yards.
And London
right
showed
up the middle. Outstanding job by Willard.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Doug. That workout that Wilson put him through this summer, I'm going to tell you, Coach Wilson, I don't like you, but you've done a good job. Just kidding, guy. You've done a great job.
13 carries, 80 yards for Scott Willard.
47-28. Gives us a little breathing room. But I was out here, Doug, during the season, practice, and he'd have them run up and down them steps, and those kids would be crying and moaning, but it's all paying off now.
It sure is. 10th game of the year. One of the toughest ones they've had so far, and when the pressure's on, they've come through. As Dahlmeyer finds Dickens for 2 points more. 49-28.
They've just flipped the game wide open now. London's done went up over 20 points, 21 points with the score. 28, London's up by 21 points. Let's keep the ball rolling. Doug for Tyree.
I believe that's his 8th kick is what this is going to be, so he's getting to work out.
It's a normal night for London's kickoff team, isn't it?
Fourth quarter, we still got a long time to go here in the fourth quarter. Tyree
keeps it on the ground.
Keeps it on the ground. The ball's bounced around right at the 43-yard line.
It was almost a situation where London might have got onside. It was still bobbling around.
Number 68 was able to recover.
Hood Thompson slid in there and tried to make the recovery, but it's just a step too late.
Here we go, 8 minutes, 48 seconds to go. Greenfield McClain trying to get something going to get back in this ball game. London trying to put the nails in the coffin. That ball's batted up.
Oh, it was batted up by a McClain player, Unger, I believe, 95. That'd be Ford.
Dana Ford, we've seen him make an impact early in the game, then he's been quiet for the last 2 quarters.
Yeah, we haven't seen him at all for the last 2 quarters.
Ball bounced off his hands, definitely a catchable ball. Second 10, 8 minutes, 44 seconds to go. You see Smith, number 7, split to the near side. He's got a buddy out here, number 88, with him for twins. I formation. Quarterback takes a snap. He fakes to the I-back. Quick pass, and that ball bounces. Short puck.
And the quarterback took a good hit that time.
Thompson comes in and hits the quarterback hard.
Landry Rowe, he took a good hit that time. Thompson put a lot of pressure on him. And it was still almost a complete pass. We're looking at 8:39 to go in the contest. London up 49-28. Got to keep the clock rolling.
Smith coming to the near side here. They're looking his way, but they find the tight end, and that's blocked.
Nearly picked off by Tyree.
Andre Tyree coming through. Crunch time, knocks the ball down.
Andre Tyree.
Emmett gives his crew some instructions out there how to maintain the lead with 8 minutes, 35 seconds to go.
4th and 10.
2 receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Man in motion, they're looking for a quick fade pass. This time Dickens has his head turned, and this time he knocks it down.
Beautiful
play by Josh Dickens.
And there was no cause for any kind of a flag that time, and the receiver knew it. Smith and Dickens duel just came to a quick, abrupt end. And London will take over 1st and 10 on downs on the 43-yard line. We have under 8.5 minutes to go in the contest.
London be ready for a quick score right here in the first play.
Down. 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line.
McNeil's your eye back. Dobmeyer's going, looking deep. He has a receiver. It's
good.
Brandon Wheeler.
He won't go down.
15-yard line.
Complete at the 15-yard line.
40.
Move the chains. Yeah, Carl said they'll be booing now because they're running the score up on them. They haven't run the score up yet. The score is really not that comfortable anymore. First and 10. This home crowd has been very supportive of London this year.
They sure have. Here's Dobmeyer looking for a quick fade to Andre Tyree. He's gone.
He has it.
Just like that.
It's a touchdown.
6 points.
How you going to beat the big man like that? You just don't do it. He just went up and just wrestled and just took the ball.
Andre Tyree split out wide, brings it down. 55-28, 7 minutes, 47 seconds to go. Add 10 more yards to Zach Dobmeyer's passing.
Which brings him to a total of what? 381 yards. He should make the dispatch this week.
I would think so.
Unless somebody from Grove City comes in there and does it.
Grove City got a good game tonight going on with Worthington Kilboard, 2 undefeated teams.
London's going for the extra point.
Mead's trying to kick it. It's up.
And it should be there.
It's good.
It's good. And we have a score, 56-28. 28. And we'll also take a quick look at the sponsors. Some of the sponsors are sponsoring these programs out here. Here we have, I believe, I can't see it that well, Carl.
Yeah.
That closest we can get.
That's what that's passing.
First Baptist Church. And First Merit Bank. London Storage Center. And Cappy's Pizza. There might be a few more True Value. And there are some more, but we just don't have time to get them. We're down to 747. Great big old plane. 747. Will London put it in the air or will they squib it? It's a squibber. Oh, a near scoop. It's a loose ball.
It's covered though by the big man.
Been pretty close. We haven't been quite as fortunate as Bexley was
Number
last
95,
week.
that's Dane Ford, I believe.
Dane Ford.
He covers it up.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Dane is supposed is a relation to Tyree, from what I've been told. So that's a cousin kicking the cousin. But that could be academic. I'm not sure.
Quarterback's under center, 2 men split to the near side. They're going to run it with the fullback right up the middle.
And he is hit hard by
Dusty Jones.
Dusty Jones comes up like a
Also there, number 45, Willard.
comes up like a WWF wrestler. Ha!
Comes up and just lays a shot right on him.
Keep that clock rolling.
Play was good for 1, 2, second down, and 9.
The comeback kids. They took that name, Doug, when they was in freshman class. And they're still living up to that reputation. 56-28, 7:04 to go in the contest. Quarterback keeper.
Trying to find some room. Unfortunately, couldn't do it. Picks up only about 1, maybe 2 on that.
I saw Urbana hit London with a play like that one year. It was on like about the 2-yard line and run a play like that and went over 90 yards for a touchdown on a play just like that. Yeah, Laney's up where he can see what's going on. That's good to see him up walking around. He'll probably be ready for next week's game, which will be here.
Here's the reverse. Gibson's there, 54. Shot to
Gibson. He's one that puts it. I believe there's a flag.
We got a face masking call on it though.
London's getting a little fired up there. I don't know who it's against.
I believe that's what they're going to call it.
Face mask, like you said, Doug.
Well, it gives them a first down.
Yep.
Back up to the line of scrimmage. This is the first time we've seen Greenfield stack everything in.
And
they
it's
pitch it back,
loose
the ball's
ball
on the ground. Number 3.
And we got
Eubanks, I believe, was able to cover it up.
I thought it was a flag at first, but it was a marker, I guess.
The ball came loose. Tyree was there, but Eubanks was able to cover it up. 3rd down, 16.
Yeah, that 8th graders won. Lost to Bexley. We got a penalty here. So our freshmen and 8th graders finished the season 12-4 total. So that means we got some winning kids coming. We got another penalty. Who's that on? Let me turn this off. London. Gives McClain a first down on the 33-yard line. We're under 5 minutes now in this contest.
Two fakes. That's the offense that London probably wasn't ready to see. Unfortunately, they came out here. Fortunately for them, they came out here and spread it wide open. That ball went incomplete, though. London's defense holds them there. Second down, 10.
Okay, 4:48 to go in the contest, sir, Doug.
Back up to the line of scrimmage. Receiver split to both sides. I formation. Man in motion is number 3. Quick pass over the middle. He's caught.
And he's hit hard by
Wasmith, 25. And you know that's real close to stopping him from getting a first down.
And Smith is walking around like he's in a daze. That's what I'm saying.
Brings up third down and short.
He was hammered that time. I mean, he was hit like a freight train hit him.
Wasmith closed the gap pretty quickly there.
Yeah, keep that clock running. I'm surprised I keep wanting to call them Hillsboro. They're from the same area.
Greenfield McClain. They look like D-sales out there.
Yeah.
They're a little purple and yellow.
Look like they've been desailed already. And the score is 56-28.
You wear purple and yellow, it makes it hard to play football. As quarterback's under center.
And they drew. Something was cool that time because they drew the whole front line offsides. They're going to call it on us.
London's used it a time or two against them.
The whole line moved. You would think that somebody on the other team drew them off. Yes, what I'm saying. The whole line is lying.
Well, they're moving the ball the easy way. There's a couple penalties, unsportsmanlike conduct, a couple offsides.
Lately, that's been the only way they can move it. We kind of shut them down at that 28.
Little too late.
London's pressing for that undefeated season. We're looking at under 3.5 minutes.
Quarterback under center, receiver split to both sides. 99 goes in motion. He's going to be the intended receiver. He catches it and runs forward for about 8 yards on that play.
And
nice
runs
play
out of
there
bounds.
by Younger.
Here we go. 3:18 to go in the contest.
That trip split to the near side. Quarterback throws short. Number 7,
He's going to
Smith
call
comes
it
up.
complete, I believe.
He's going to be short of the first down.
Clock's still running. And they whistle the shot, play dead. First down.
Got trip split out to the far side. Quarterback's under center. He's looking to pass. Three
He's got
receivers
some
to
room.
choose
He's
from.
being chased out of the pocket.
That ball's tipped by Wasmith.
And caught. Touchdown.
Caught by number 11. John Burgess came down with the ball. If you're going to tip it towards the ground. Don't tip it up. That ball was tipped in the air. Burgess was there.
Makes the score 56-34. 2:25 to go in the contest. It ain't over till it's over, according to what Greenfield McClain's coach is stealing one of your sayings, worst to first.
Worst to first. That trip split to this side here. The quarterback looking to pass. Here's Thompson coming in hard. And he nails him.
And
ball's picked off by Wheeler.
And it's dead play.
Okay. Wasn't sure what was going on there.
He was wanting them 2 points, wasn't he? To go in the contest. The score 56-34 London. McClain will be kicking off to London. Doug, I think we're looking for an onside kick here.
Well, we definitely have our hands team in. Wheeler, Andre Tyree.
Hands
Wheeler,
team didn't help us too much last week.
Dobmeyer, Wasmus, your front line with Enlow, Dickin. I think Dusty Jones. Gibson's back in there. Is your second line, and McNeil's back deep.
And we got whistles all over the place.
He stepped across the 50-yard line. Caught offsides on it.
That's the first time I've seen that call this year. London gets a penalty on the kickoff. And he stepped across the 50-yard line. But they're still going for an onside kick. Yeah. We're rolling. Time with a score of 56-34 and 2:25 to go in the contest. London has a commanding lead. Greenfield McClain will be kicking off after a 5-yard penalty where London was offsides over the 50-yard line before the kick.
Here's the onside kick.
And there was a whistle. I don't know what that call was. That ball went right over Dobmar's head, didn't it? I got a feeling it was against them. Let's see what's going on here. We're not going to get this kickoff, Carl.
I don't know what's going on here.
I'm going down. We up? Here we go. The same type of play. They're going to the other side. And the ball's on the ground. London comes up with it. Andre, is that Andre? Kind of hard to get it away from him, and emotions are flaring up. Everybody's got a little confrontation out here in the middle. The clock never even started. And here comes the first team out with a well-deserved hand. We have a score of 56-34 with 2:25 to go in the contest. And we have a chant from the fans. We're number 1. And there goes the water bucket. They're sneaking up on somebody. See if they get it done. I'm watching you.
53, James Young has it.
And nothing doing.
There's a late hit by 51.
Is that Jordy Jackson, number 4? Gets his play. And there goes Young with the bucket. I'm looking for it. I can't find it.
And Dobmar probably knows what's happening.
He's standing out there. He probably knows what's going on.
He's standing out there. He's keeping moving.
They're telling who knows. Oh, they got him. He knew it was coming. And they're out on the floor hugging. That was good play. Good thing it isn't cold out there, Carl. London goes undefeated, like you said, Doug, from worst to first.
Unbelievable. Being one of the worst teams in the league the last 2 years, coming out and really pulling things together. And this is a season that was not easy either.
Right.
A lot of stuff going out outside of football.
Yeah. We was one of the worst teams in the state the last 2 years. But once these seniors, I was going to say freshmen, turned into seniors, it all surfaced. They got offsides on both areas.
London to be called.
Here we go. We're under a minute. Less than a minute to go in the contest. 56-34 London. London's going to be content to keep the ball on the ground. And the ball is down. Whistles are blowing. Clock is running.
Number 74.
Undefeated.
74 ran that play.
74 was who? Let's give him his dues.
Kevin Shipley.
Okay, Kevin Shipley. I was looking at the wrong card. We're going to get another playoff here. Where's Laney at? There's Laney on crutches. He's been a big part of this team. Hope he's back and well next week for the first playoff game. We're getting ready for the celebration, folks. We hope we saved enough time on the tape for the celebration. As the clock runs out, and we're under 10. Worst to first, ladies and gentlemen. And there we go.
Undefeated season.
Undefeated. Well, they will.
56-34.
How do you stop them? Give me some stats here right quick, Doug, while they're...
Well, I'll just give you some quick stats. I didn't keep them there towards the end of the game, but
let them come on out there.
I tell you, here's the deal. And I can see that Greenfield's not even going to come over and shake hands. London's not happy with that.
London all just turn and walk away. and be the sportsmen that they are. There's no reason for to make anything out of it. Just let it go. If they don't want to be sportsmanlike, that's all right with me.
Well, here's some stats for you. Quarterback Zach Dobmeyer passed for 381 yards tonight. Outstanding job. Favorite receiver was probably Wheeler, but Dickens had some nice catches. Andre Tyree had some good catches too. So outstanding job. 381 yards for Zach Dobmeyer.
Go ahead, Doug. I'm sorry.
Running the ball, we really didn't get into it too much. 45, Wheeler.
That's what Doug knows. That's what they said.
13 carries for 80 yards. So Willard had a pretty good job tonight.
Go ahead, Doug.
You're getting distracted here trying to see what's going on down the field. Number 22, Laney, who got hurt late in the game, carried the ball 7 times, 27 yards. And then McNeil carried the ball 3 times, 24 yards. That pretty much wraps it up. London once again shows an offensive powerhouse, 500 yards total offense. So once again, they come out, move the ball up and down the field. Question mark, if any, would be the defense.
And like we named them first of the year, the comeback kids, and you named them worst to first, and it turned out that way. Unbelievable. Undefeated season for London.
What a way to kick off Bolus Field and to go undefeated. 6 home games when you were played here, and they scored one heck of a lot of points each time they played here.
And with all the controversy that's going down, everything, these kids hung in there, and right now the kids are going down. No, I don't think they're doing it now, but they will have their traditional prayer after the coaches get out of the huddle. In the meantime, Carl, this is Gary McNeil.
And I'm Doug Green.
And we're saying good night, and we'll see you next week at the playoff game. Yeah.
Might be a chance that